Hello, welcome back to Teacup Tarot. My name is Reya, and today's video is especially very special because this is going to be talking about the solar eclipse that is just around the corner. But this is like messages you need to receive about the blessings and changes that are going to be coming in your life as a result of this eclipse. And if possible, I'm also going to be telling you a couple of things that are like going to be important for you that you need to do, especially during that period. Now, as a rule for everybody, chanting is important. And the reason why chanting is important, in normal times, the result you get from your chanting is amplified almost 10 times during the eclipse. Yeah. So make sure you use this period for any kind of chant. Any power you believe in, any god of any religion, you can go ahead and do that. Okay. Because that's like the most important time period for it. Having said that, you have 3 piles in front of you, so please make sure whichever pile speaks to you, you go in that direction. And once you're done, we'll start with pile 1. Hello, and if you've selected pile 1, these are the messages that you need to receive about the upcoming eclipse now. Beautifully, the eclipse is giving you an opportunity to clean your slate, to start once again, to live your life differently, and to do something different, very different from what you've usually done. So especially at this point of time, it's like the angels are asking you, what changes do you want to bring into your life? What part of you do you want to no longer resonate with? What part of you do you want to let go? And it's telling you the control is in your own hands. So pick up that broom and clean your life up. Get your act together. That's the kind of message that is coming through, okay? See, people feel like a fresh start only happens when you move a house or you get married or you get a job. It's not like that. The minute we decide that we're going to become a different person, a better person than we are yesterday, that is a fresh start for you. Yeah? So changing your perspective, changing yourself is what is highlighted for you in the solar eclipse. So the control is in your own hands, okay? It's now depends on you how you utilize it. But along with that, you're also being told that this is an ideal time for you to let go of your beliefs that you're going to be able to decide how somebody else behaves with you. That you can fix them, that you can somehow make them a better person, maybe more fitting for you. It doesn't happen that way. We are all born with our unique personalities and they don't change unless we decide to change it ourselves. Yeah? So remember this, every person, the way they behave, they are accountable for their own deeds through their own karma. Even if you want I wish this person only behaved this way, they'll just be so much better. It won't work. You can only work on yourself and maybe you can advise them in the best way possible. But if they don't want to listen, there's nothing you can do. So surrender the idea that you can fix somebody. Yeah. And most importantly, this eclipse is telling you, focus on your happiness. Focus on being happy every single day. Learn the song of your own heart and sing it. Sing it with an open heart. Sing it with a soul that is very connected to the divine. So be happy, regardless of whatever circumstances that you find in, and that is what you're supposed to understand. That you can be happy every single day. Stop basing your happiness on, if this happens, I'll be very happy. The moment things are perfect, I'll be happy. Happiness is found in daily living, in every breath you take. Yeah? So if you wait for circumstances to be ideal, you're going to be waiting for a very, very long time. And whatever you want to do, just do it. Yeah? So you have really great amount of power coming into you. You are very much in the yang zone. And the yang is all about, doing things that are priority for you, finishing things off that you've been kept pending for a long time. But do what you can because the timing for this is just right. And the most important part, especially if you feel like, you just want to let go of the old. So let go of things that you don't value anymore. Let go of your belongings. But most importantly, make charity a priority in your life. So give money to people who can actually use it a lot more. Give food to people who are actually really hungry. So help needy people. Be the one who showers the grace of God on them. Because how does God work in our life? Through people, right? So we have to work in somebody else's life to make sure that their life gets easier. Even if this is just feeding birds, be the reason why they get their food. Yeah, help people, it's according to you, but you have to be that person, and that will help you in your life a great deal. And most importantly, utilize this eclipse period to let go of everything you fear. Yeah, if you want to do something, if you have this brilliant dream and you're like, oh, I don't know if I want to do this because I'm just fearful. Yeah, we have those dreams that makes us really afraid. So let go of that and dream. Nobody has any kind of limits on dreaming, because dreams are personal to us. Yeah, so dream your dreams. That's most important for you. And make sure that you're having some quiet time. And I told you at the very beginning, to like maybe chant, because chanting gets really amplified in power during the eclipse, or meditate, whichever way it speaks to you, but have that quiet time to contemplate on life, the mysteries of life, and to just recharge your own batteries. Yeah, very important. Remember this eclipse period is actually very beneficent for you, because it is almost going to be a catalyst for all of your hard work to bring success for you in your life. So whatever you want to do it once again with the yang energy, with having this firm intention in mind is, I'm going to be succeeding, I'm going to be having growth, I'm going to be having success in life, and not having that fear once again. Because it's time for you to let go of that fear, because honestly, it's not necessary anymore. And see, you have to be like the free spirit, and you have to bring that change in your life, okay? So if you feel like in order to be happy, in order to be free, you need somebody else's permission. You don't need that. God has given you that permission. As long as you do things right, as long as you're not harming anybody, not being negligent towards somebody, or not having karma towards them, you're free to do whatever it is that you want. You're a free spirit. Career choices, relationship choices, life choices, you're free to decide your own destiny. Now, when it comes to your life, if you feel like you've been doing something consistently and it is not working, like you've tried your best, you're like, I am trying to give my 100%, but this aspect is not getting better. Look for alternatives. Sometimes, like for example, if we pick up a subject and we feel like, oh, this like, I don't know why I'm getting stuck here. I don't know why I'm not understanding this. Look for alternatives. Maybe pick up a different subject, study that. Or maybe a pattern of working, if that is not working for you, try something else. Try alternative avenues. Yeah? So maybe deviate from your path a little bit, or try something else, especially for this eclipse is what is coming through for you. And remember, for you, this is an excellent period of manifestation. So once again, with the quiet time, use that quiet time to think about your desires and to communicate it to the divine. What do you want to manifest? So especially having an entirely new vision board for your life will really help you, especially during the time that eclipse is going to be happening. See, it doesn't matter whether you can see it from your country or you cannot, because eclipses, only certain parts of the world it is visible. But it is a global event, right? As long as we have the same sun, it's still going to affect you in your life. So use that time period to manifest something. So you can either like actually stick pictures, create a vision board online, take up a printout, or just write what it is that you desire. Whichever way works for you and whatever resources you have available. You don't have to make it extravagant. As long as you know what you want. Yeah, manifest it in your life. And especially during that point, when the eclipse is happening, make sure you use sound. Now, sound can be actually creating sound, like through, the music bowls, or maybe listening to music. Music, okay? I'm not talking about music with lyrics, just music. You can meditate with that, you can use that to think, or just sit with a cup of tea and just enjoy life. Yeah? But use sound healing when it comes to your life. And most importantly, this solar eclipse, the fresh start that you should give yourself is to give yourself the gift of healing. You have to choose to heal. Because sometimes what happens, in our life, like something happens to us and we are really unhappy about them, and we like think about it again and again, oh, this person was really bad to me. This person said hurtful things to me. This person cheated me. I want to give you the biggest hug if you've ever had to go through any of these things in our life, because they tend to like harm us in a very big way. Even if it is not an external hurt, it is always an internal hurt, and we've all been there. So I really want you to give yourself the gift of healing in this solar eclipse. Choose to heal. Choose to let that person out of your life. Okay, see, for example, what you can do is you can just write whatever it is that suffered you, whatever it is that you've suffered from whoever chose to hurt you. Write it and write that you choose to let it go. And you can just burn it, or you can cut it into a million pieces and just choose to throw it in the garbage bin. Just let it out of your system. Like, write in a journal, whatever went wrong, and choose to not go back at it anytime in the future. And that is choosing a fresh start for your life. Yeah, that's something that you can do. So use these things, okay? Sound healing, like manifestation and choosing to heal. These things can really, really help you. I'll give you messages from Baba for the eclipse particularly. Okay, duality. Now, in your life, see, two things can be right. Two people can be right and two paths can be right. Now, it depends on you what path you want to walk on. Doesn't mean that one person is wrong and the other person is right. Or doesn't mean that one spiritual path is wrong and yours is right. Two are different, one will be yours. And take the time to find which is right for you and then walk in that direction. So duality is present in your life. That is absolutely there for you. Trust in the Guru fully. So especially during the eclipse, you have to connect to whichever Guru you believe in and just bow down to them and tell them that you need their help, or just surrender to them and let them take care of whatever it is that, needs to be taken care of in your life. And you have to have faith, okay? Faith is most important in life. And if there is somebody who's like, oh, can I have two gurus? Because that happens, a lot of people choose to be with us. It just means that we are very blessed. That is also there. So you can bow down to two gurus. It's absolutely okay. Yeah. And okay, now this fell off. Non-attachment. So make sure you let go of your attachment to things, that this has to be a particular way. This has to be the outcome of a particular thing, or, your attachment to people and objects. Let it go. Free yourself, okay? It's a great opportunity to free yourself. Bhakti yoga, devotion is the way forward for you. Devotion to a particular God, devotion to a belief, devotion to a guru. But it is only your complete surrender, your complete devotion to this power that is going to be taking you through everything. Yeah, that's the most important lesson for you to remember. Use Bhakti yoga, the path of worship, this solar eclipse to get maximum results in your life. But overall, these are the messages that you needed to receive for the solar eclipse. And I hope that at least you make use of one thing from here. One thing you can pick up, whichever it is, and work on it, so that you will get the benefit of that. Because my intention always to make these videos at least a couple of days prior to the event is so that you make use of it and make your life blessed, make your life beautiful, and make your life prosperous. I am going to be praying for each and every one of you during the eclipse period, so that you have beauty and success and happiness in your life. I will leave you here. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've chosen pile 2, these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming solar eclipse. I am so excited for this. Let's get into it, pile 2. Now, the solar eclipse is actually giving you an opportunity to heal. Heal from anything physical that is troubling you. Heal from anything that is troubling you when it comes to your heart and soul. Yeah, so that is the blessing that is coming for you. So please make sure you use this opportunity of the solar eclipse, especially to rest. To rest and to just take care of yourself. That's most important, because that healing power is going to be coming in for you. But most importantly, maybe one of the reasons that maybe sometimes you don't heal is because you hold on to resentments. And let me tell you this, if you feel like you're holding on to some resentment and it is not going to harm you physically, you're absolutely wrong. Because see, when we hold resentment or any emotion that is very powerful, it affects us at the level of our chakra. And when our chakra is affected, it will absolutely affect your health. So you know how this is all connected? And this is why our emotions are so powerful, and which is why, being in a balanced state of mind, being calm, being composed is always encouraged. So use this eclipse period to let go of any kind of resentments. And most importantly, you have to make sure that you pay attention to your money during the eclipse. Okay, so one thing that you can do is you can absolutely pray for your money to become more abundant. Yeah, just pray to the divine and just have the divine give you a blessing, especially this point of time. But also this is telling you that now you can actually try and attract abundance into your life. And by doing that, like write in a journal that I am abundant, like make that a practice. I am wealthy, I am abundant, I have more than what I need. Just keep writing it. Even that writing will help you tremendously to increase your wealth, because that's something you need to focus on. And remember this, if you have any unfinished business, whether this is with a person, whether this is with your career, like maybe something you've kept pending for a very long time, finish it for once. Maybe resentments, let it go for once. Yeah, but finishing something up, tying up the loose ends is something you have to do during the eclipse. Now also, if there is something that you've always wanted to do, like you have an intention, oh, I want to start my own private business, oh, I want to do this, I want to start an exercise routine, I want to do something, and you've just been like having intentions about it, but you never put it in practice. So use this eclipse period to move beyond your intention then to belief, and make a fresh beginning. If you want to create a website, like register your website during that time. Or if you're like, I'm going to be starting my own business, publicize during that time. So use this opportunity with the solar eclipse, okay? Because that's going to be brilliant for you. And most importantly, if you don't do anything else, connect with your ancestors. Like just say a prayer for them. Maybe they're going to be connecting with you during that point of time, because it's a portal, okay? And with portal, things move all over the place. So say thank you to them. Even the ancestors that we've not met, never met. So maybe light a candle for them, light a lamp for them, but do something for them. Leave out a little bit of food for them. That's also possible, if, depending on your spiritual belief. But also with ancestral wisdom, if you can read any spiritual book during that time, the Bhagavad Gita, the Bible, the Quran, whichever book you really connect with, okay? Even if it is something different than that book, connect with that book, because you learn a great deal and gain wisdom from it, because your ancestral energy will be very, very present with you during that point of time. It's a strong portal, okay? Now it will depend on how you use it. Oh, this is interesting. Past life. Now, what happens with us is sometimes, people suffer from past life karma in their present birth. So you can use an opportunity to disconnect with your past life. Yeah. So maybe think consciously that I'm releasing any past life grudges that I'm holding on to brings me back to resentments. See, one of the reasons why we've been told, forgive people, move on. It's not because, certain things need to happen for this lifetime. Of course, it affects you in this life, but then you will carry it into your next life, and you really don't want to do that. You don't want to hang out with the same people you are resentful with. So if personally, right now, if you feel like certain unresolved emotions are with you, they could actually have, place in your past life. Certain people have come to you this lifetime and you're stuck in that karma. So use it to release it. Cut cords with your past life. So invite the energy of Archangel Michael to assist you in this process. And especially, feed birds during the eclipse period. Live out food. That will help you a great deal. Feeding ants is also especially good, especially when it comes to past life karma. It will help you resolve it a great deal. And most importantly, meditate during the solar eclipse. You are so close to the truth, the ultimate truth, if you just can focus on that one focal point. You will make it. I'm telling you this. And this is something I've been talking about consistently. I don't know if you're paying attention to it or not. So even if you want to rest, like for today, for tomorrow, till the time the eclipse is coming, rest. But during that period, Meditate. Meditate like you've never done it before. You'll actually get the truth. You'll be able to shatter the illusions that you've carrying with you. And remember this. Just make sure the vibration that you're giving out is unconditional love to the entire planet. So that you're free from your karma towards the entire planet. And then you can just move on and work as a light worker. And then you can almost walk as the vision of God on earth. And that is nothing but unconditional love, right? See, remember this. What are angels? They are light beings. And why are they light beings? They don't have resentments. They are free of everything. So when you want to be an angel, you have to be like them, right? You cannot have resentments. You cannot have unfinished business and still walk like an angel. No, it doesn't work that way, okay? So unconditional love is what you need to walk towards. And remember this. You have to remember, up until this point of time, everything that has happened to you, everything that went wrong, any illness that came to you has taught you something. So what happens is, sometimes when we get ill, no, it is because certain karmas are being removed from our body. And that happens at the level of, the light beings, the angels. So be grateful for all of the things that happened to you because they contained hidden blessings in you. Sometimes we say, things went really wrong, but that is when things became crystal clear to me. I'm sure you've had those occasions. So hidden blessings is something that is going to be coming into your life at this point of time. Yeah. And this is an excellent time period for you of the eclipse period, especially where you can identify areas in which you want to change. What parts of you are not really in perfect harmony? Use the time to identify it and then to change it. So identification process, pay attention to that. And most importantly, use music. Use music. If you can play an instrument yourself, even if you don't know how to play it well, you can play it. Especially, I've always said drumming, shamanic drumming, once again goes with ancestral wisdom. It takes you to an entirely different dimension. Yeah, and especially if you don't play an instrument, pick up drumming. Shamanic drums, just search it online, you have a lot many. And if you can actually go physically to a store to pick up a drum that speaks to you, nothing like it. You have to really, really connect with the energy of drum, and then the music that comes out of it is amazing. But use that music. And if you don't have a drum, you don't have an instrument, play it online. That's more than enough. And meditate to it. Yeah, that's important. And most importantly, if there is a friendship in your life that you feel it's over, I cannot do anything about it, surrender it, let it go, let go of anything around it and just let it go, and make space for new people to come in. And especially for my friends, who are oh, I don't have a friend, ask for help, ask for a friend. Once again, you have to manifest certain things in your life. So manifest friendships. And I'll tell you this, I have done this, and and then I just found a perfect person who's very much vibe, and then I kept wondering, I even kept telling her, how did you even come into my life, because we met almost magically. And it's like years after our friendship, I was going through an old notebook and I'm oh, I actually manifested this. So you can do that, okay? I'm like a testimony that this happens. So use this to manifest a friend that will be your person for life. Use that for yourself. And if you have friends, value them, nothing else. Doesn't mean you have to let go of them, no. But certain friendships, we know they are over, let them go. And messages from Baba, be patient. Be patient and meditate. And see, letting go sometimes is also something that is very difficult. Be patient with yourself. You will be able to do it. It all starts with the will to let things go. Once the will is in place, the way is shown. It's always the way forward. And expect a miracle. So this portal, the one of the eclipse, is actually going to bring a miracle into your life. You just have to be open to it. Okay, now these are multiple, but I'll take it. Okay. What is it? Truth. Oh, look at that. One second. It's seek the truth and you have truth. See? So clearly you're heading towards it. Please just meditate during that time. It's like you can really like, cross the veils. That's what's coming forth. And you'll be close to the truth, the ultimate reality and spiritual growth. Use this period well, pile 2. Especially you guys. And you know who I'm talking to. Because there are certain people in pile 2 that, who are like always like, okay, this is for me. You know who you are. So this is the time for you. Use it well. And I'm going to be praying for each and every one of you, that you are able to find the truth that is just waiting. You're able to let go of resentments, and you're able to then become like the living angel that you're supposed to be in this lifetime. One who's filled with unconditional love. I'll leave you here with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye. Hello, and if you've selected pile 3, these are the messages that you need to receive for the upcoming solar eclipse. And you have the most beautiful message, pile 3. The gift that is coming on you is the gift of protection. You are protected, your home is protected, everything that you hold dear is protected. There is nothing for you to worry. So stop worrying, okay? That's the message for you. I'll tell you this, there is a big power supporting you. Yeah? I don't know, I feel like it's in the power of an ascended master who's always filled with a lot of love for you and who's there for you all the time. That's something you need to know. So if there's somebody out here who worships a particular ascended master, they're absolutely with them. And remember this, the solar eclipse is actually going to be a period that you are going to be getting a lot of ideas. You're going to be like, maybe I can do this. Maybe I can do that. So this is actually a very prosperous time for you, pile 3. So when this happens, please make sure you have like a small diary so that you can write these ideas down. And maybe, later you can actually sit down and examine if something out of it is actually workable. Yeah, but these inspired ideas are for a reason. That's something you need to know. And take action on them, because they'll actually help you a lot. But most importantly, this eclipse is telling you that you are absolutely fine. You can do anything you want and you can take care of yourself. You don't have to rely on anybody else for help. You're independent, you're strong, and you're amazing. You're almost like this turtle, you carry your entire world on your shoulder. You're self-sufficient, and that's something you need to know. So it's like, wherever you are in your life, if there's somebody who feels like I am not worthy, I'm not good enough, I cannot really accomplish anything on my own, that's a lie. And that's something you need to identify, okay? See, people for you in your life, are just value addition. You are the deal. It's like you're the sun, and all of the other people in your life are like planets. But the, light comes from you. Don't you ever forget that. Yeah. And yes, one important thing for you is, if you've already made certain plans in your mind, if you're like, this is an intention that I have for my life, this is a goal that I have already set for myself, follow through with it. Don't leave things halfway, because sometimes we are like, oh, I'll do this, we start doing it and we leave it halfway. That's something you've like really advised against. Take some time. If you feel like you're tired doing something, take a break, but don't let go. Yeah, follow through. That's very important. And remember this, you are connected to all the energy houses in the world. So especially you are connected to everybody on your spiritual path. Yeah. So especially if you can do something in a group during the eclipse, we all have our friends together. Maybe you come together to chant. You come together to like say a mantra. If you can do that, that'll be great. Or even online, a lot of people have these group prayers together. That will be good for you. Yeah, but it's like you're connected to everybody. So don't feel like, in your spiritual practice, you're alone. You're not alone. It's almost like this. It's like I'm doing your reading from here. I'm going to be meditating here during the eclipse. If you sit and meditate with me, we are connected. Even though I may have never seen you, I don't know you, we are connected, right? We are connected with the bonds of love. And the bonds of love are very, very powerful. So don't ever feel like, spiritually you're isolated or you're alone. It's like your soul tribe is around the world. And sometimes in that also we feel like we are alone. But we are not. We are all connected together. At least I know that our Teacup family is always connected via the heart. And we are all going to be praying for each other. So we are all connected. Don't ever feel like you're not. And during the eclipse, okay, it's a time for you to be honest with yourself. What do you want? What do you want from your life? What is your heart's desire? You have to be honest with yourself and really, really look at your life well. So it's a time of great reflection for you. Yeah, because I feel like your life is going to be very different moving forward, and very intentionally created is what I'm seeing here. But remember, take this time to relax and just play. Maybe go outside, do something fun, stay indoors, draw, paint, have fun, but do something that you love. Yeah, do something that you truly, truly love, because in that you'll be happy. And it is all about finding your happiness in this lifetime, isn't it? It's not about, your life towards others, your relationship with others. No, that's important too. But in the end, it's all about you too. So make time for yourself. That's important. But remember this, during the eclipse, don't use this as a time period to wish something for yourself. Okay, because it may so happen that you change your mind later on. You may absolutely write down your intentions. Okay, this is what I want, this is what I want, this is what I want. But don't make this as a finality. Yeah, because once again, coming back to the card which is telling you what do you want. Maybe a little bit of confusion is playing out in your life. So take time for that confusion. Yeah, but wish wisely. That's important for you. And it's time for you to connect with the stars, okay? Honestly, this can go both ways. If you're people who are very connected to astrology, by all means, take a look at your chart. But if you're like me, if you connect with the actual stars out there, then use it as a time to connect with the stars, to just look at the stars. Every evening, I always sit down on my porch and I look for this one star because I have this special connection with that star. So use that time. Because, just gazing at the stars is also an amazing meditation. One star you can pick out of the entire galaxy. You be the choice for it. But connect with the stars, because stars also give us a lot of energy. Yeah, but use it, especially, on the day of the eclipse. But most importantly, assess your relationship. But it is also going to be a time of personal assessment for you. So a lot of thinking and contemplation is what is expected from you. And remember, use this time to strengthen your bond with yourself. The messages are very, very towards yourself. What do you want? What do you expect? Are you making time for yourself? So it's all about yourself. Strengthen your bond with yourself. So don't make this a time about other people. Make this about yourself and bettering your own life. And see, make this a time to learn. Learn personal lessons, learn from books, learn about wisdom. Anything that you feel you need to learn at this point of time, because it's an excellent time for you to do that. Especially ancient wisdom, the holy books, amazing. Because the kind of wisdom that you will pick up, even if you pick up one verse, that will then be important for you for the rest of your life, because that will sort of stay with you is what is coming forth. So make sure you're learning, especially during that point of time. And once again, leave things behind. Resentments, anything that doesn't belong. So make this as a time of surrender and move forward, because the past is never going to tell you a different story. Yeah, the past will tell you the same stories. Assess your relationships, learn what you have to, and move forward. That's very, very important for you. I'll give you messages from Sai Baba. Okay. Forgiveness. Yes, you have to ask yourself, is this somebody I need to forgive? And assessing your relationship also tells you which one of you is holding a grudge against other. What is that grudge? And forgive it, because you have to move forward. Remember, you cannot keep going backwards, because it's not telling you a different story. So forgiveness is especially important, yes. And reflection. In one word, if I have to sum up your eclipse period, it's reflection. Because it's you're protected, everything is fine, you're given ideas about your future. So make this time period a good time to move forward and not behind once again. Yeah, take a break from going back time and again, and instead focus on your future. So reflect on it and forgive it and learn from it, of course, and let it go and flow with life. You know, you are being taken very, very seriously into the future. So I almost imagine in my mind, the angels are like, pulling you into the future. They're like, can you see how beautiful the future is? So let's flow with it. Let's flow with the rivers. Yeah? So be honest with yourself. What do you want in your future? Think about it and just focus on yourself. That's important. And most importantly, dedicate it to Sai. So one thing you can do, because the message for you is wish wisely. If you have any wishes, wish for it, and then let Sai decide if those wishes are good enough for you. That is something you can do. So that if you wish something wrongly and if you're like, oh, maybe I really don't want that, Sai will be like, okay, I've got you. So he's almost going to be like that safekeeper for you. And you can, dedicate things to him and move on. And of course, with dedication, you can like light a light for him. You can say a prayer for him. You can do things for him and then let it go. That's the most important thing for you. Help him, help you live a good life is what is coming for you. So invite him into your life and then flow with him. Those are the messages that are coming for you, pile 3, for the upcoming eclipse. I will leave you here with nothing but my best wishes for your future. I'll see you in my next one. Bye.